Nervous.
Are you?
A little bit. I don't know how to play this game.
But that's kind of the point. We're doing something new in between NBA and something else, probably soccer. That's probably what we're going to do after this. But in the interim, we are instead doing something called Across the Obelisk. If you watched last week's podcast episode, you already have an inkling about this happening and what it's about. But for the uninitiated, we're essentially going through this game that's still in early access. You can find it on Steam. Hasn't been officially released. Its final act is supposed to be released sometime soon. But here we are with the same four. So we have two people who have played this a pretty good amount and two people who have never touched it in their lives.
Oh, or any game like it.
That's right.
That's fair. I don't think I've had a game. I mean, I've played card games.
You play like Solitaire. It doesn't count.
I play Sudoku.
That's even
There's no
worse.
fucking cards in Sudoku.
I know, that was the joke.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't play Sudoku.
I think that's ridiculous. All right, so in we go. Now, for those who don't have any idea, and I guess we'll include two of our cast members in this, this is a co-op deck building type game. We're going to each have a character on our own deck that powers up over time. We'll eventually find new cards or upgrade old cards. And each of us is going to be in kind of a role of sorts. We're going to let you guys have first pick. I know you're coming into this not really knowing, so we'll give you a brief description. Because even within each of these classes, there's a little bit of differences. But in general, warriors are usually tanky. They're up front. They're blocking damage, sometimes for the entire party. Because if we all die, then it's game over.
You better protect my ass, Cody.
Scouts are generally damage dealers. They're pretty utility, though. Sometimes they'll have some self-defense. Sometimes they'll have poison or bleeding or targeting to do more damage to enemies. They generally have the most card draw of any of the classes, so they'll often have hands full with stuff to do. Mages are probably what you would expect if you've played any RPGs. They do damage. There's different elements they can attune to, but you can kind of dabble in all of them. It's usually better to focus on one or two, though. But they can do like ice, lightning, fire. They're all about doing damage. And the healers, this will surprise no one, heal. They can also do holy and other types of damage, but their primary focus is making sure everybody stays alive.
Is that a pig pope?
It is a pig pope. He has been named Pope. He followed Benedict. He is Benedict.
Pope Otis? Otis?
I don't need these headphones anymore, so that's nice.
It's clearly Otis. It's clearly Otis. So, Dave, I think you should... I take it back. I said you should play the Rogue before. I'm realizing the Rogue is decently complicated, whereas the Healer can be complicated, but there's an easier build where we just rely on you to heal us. And I think that you might enjoy that.
Yes,
So
you should enjoy
thinking.
being subservient and helping Shaun with all of his things he wants to do.
Well, that's what you're going to be, Cody.
Should I put knee pads on for you, Shaun?
You want to. I'm not going to need that. I mean, look, I'm serving you too if I'm the rogue. I'm doing damage so we can survive,
What the
you
fuck?
know?
There's no thing called a rogue. What the fuck is he saying?
It's the scout.
The
It's
guy in the green
scout,
kind of looks like a
bitch.
rogue.
Well, fucking call it what it's actually called. His name is Andrin.
No, I'm going to be Thuls, actually. I'm going to be the lizard guy.
All right, so
If we go in that direction.
the warrior guy here, is that a giant bear and a wolf together?
Yes.
Man, bear, pig.
Gruckly? Is
No.
that his name?
Well, you might like him aesthetically. I don't know that I recommend him.
But his name
No,
is
he
Gruckly.
sucks.
Yes.
He sucks.
He does have both a bear pelt and a wolf pelt. Or you can be an actual wolf, which I'm sure is a source of conflict for Gruckly.
But Gruckly is a man with animal skins on top of him.
That's right.
But he sucks.
And Magnus is an actual wolf.
He's an actual wolf who tries very hard.
Yeah,
But
I
he's great.
obviously want the actual wolf.
Okay.
And you can pet him, too.
So in theory, I gotta assign a player, which is myself, because you're me as well as. There you go. So in theory, that's one of the things we're
That's
locking
a fucking
in.
sweet mustache.
That's Cody's character, assuming
That's-
Dave doesn't want it.
That's
No,
a
it's fine.
fucking awesome.
I prefer to be the mage or the healer.
All right,
Thank you for using their names correctly.
Dave, I'm gonna put you. Whoop, not there. No. That's probably him then. I've generally been running the healer in the third spot. By default, they have him in the fourth, but he ends up being kind of tankier than the mage usually, depending on who you go
you
with.
need to be Pig Pope.
So you should be able to drag over Reginald into
No,
that portrait
Pig
now.
Pope.
There you go.
Pig Pope.
I can't be pig pup. It's locked.
He doesn't have him unlocked. I do, but Dave doesn't.
Oh, fucking Dave, you're so useless.
And that leaves me in the back with my gal Evelyn. So there's our lineup. That means Cody's doing tank type stuff with a sweet ass mustache on a wolf.
And goatee. That's kind of a long goatee type of thing he's got. Or is that just the fur? I can't tell.
I think it's fur that's been shaped like a mustache.
It's a fur tee.
This actually works out because my lizard guy is the only guy I don't have totally ranked up, so I will benefit too.
Tholes.
You'll be pleased to hear I will also benefit.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, wow. I'm so glad we're helping.
Let me get those knee pads ready.
He has poison!
So we're going to...
That's
Does
his
he
voice.
talk like that, or did you give him that voice?
No, he talks like the poison!
Oh, good. The princess is dead from an explosion.
Yeah, 16th birthday.
That's the story.
Never goes well.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, a lot of kids get a car. This princess dies.
She's not dead. She's kidnapped.
Oh, well, there was an explosion. I assume death.
No, that was the faker death, so she could be free.
That's true. It's very Rapunzel type of thing.
All right. So we're going to head into the world map.
So we should actually explain the game. So, Dave, in a game like this, generally speaking, every turn you're going to draw 5 cards from your deck. And each card has a cost. You have a certain amount of energy that you can play with. So you can't play your whole hand usually. You're only going to be able to play what you can afford. And then that's your turn.
Someone should continue so we can show them a deck. There we go. All right, well, here's our world map. We'll worry about this in a little bit because there's different paths we can take and stuff we can do, but we're all just going to head to this town. You'll notice little icons underneath the town once we've selected it. We can actually choose to go different ways, and then it'll have a game of chance between us, but for now, the town's the only place we can go. So we're going to pick that.
I clicked on the town.
Now, here is the hub, and each of the 3 maps has this at the start, but you only start here in the first world, which is nice because you have a chance to do all sorts of things, like add and remove cards from your deck and try and find equipment and stuff like that. For first-time players, like Dave, you're not going to have a lot of money or anything. I may actually throw you some so you can do some of this. But right now, let's go case by case.
75 gold.
Yeah, it's not a lot. Let's start.
God, you're so poor.
So like Shaun's making cards, you can see his deck increasing. Let's start by going to the altar. It's the one in the middle, the statue-looking thing. And I'll show you and Cody what's going on there while Shaun tweaks his deck. This will be your chance to see your deck as well. And you can mouse over them and see kind of what they do. Now, there's going to be a lot of symbols and stuff that don't mean a lot. A lot of this is going to be just picking it up on your first run, but I'll give you a quick overview so you have the main idea. In Cody's case, the one that's on the screen, I'll switch to Dave's in a minute. You have cards that give block.
Okay, that's cool.
Either to yourself, like these, or to anybody, including yourself. So it can be handy for helping us block as well, because we're not very good at it.
We'll see.
You can decide. Enrage is one of his core cards because it just lets him draw another one and get more mana. That's what that symbol is, which is more cards to play per turn. So we really like Enrage. Fast Strike does damage. This one to the front monster. There's usually monsters like front, middle, back, whatever. But this one can only hit the front. He's got Barricade, which shields everybody, which is one of his better approaches. And he's got Rend, which applies Bleed. They lose 1 health per bleed per turn. So it can stack up pretty nicely because you get a good 30-40 on that. Every time they start a turn, they're just taking a chunk of health. That's all he starts with. These kind of like 6...
I recommend Barricade.
Yeah, and we'll talk about adding to this and upgrading them in a minute. But there's the basics idea. You got defending cards, attacking cards. That's kind of it, and one that lets you draw.
Fast Strike seems stupid.
It's kind of boring, and you may ultimately end up replacing it. It's not so bad that I think it needs to be removed, which some of these decks have, like cards that are just like definitively bad. This is fine. We can upgrade it to make it better. In Dave's case, for people who are new, and just to explain it to him, you have Foresight, which we should be taking out. It's fucking trash. We have Healing Rain, which we should be upgrading because in this form, it's not very good. We'll get to all that. Don't worry. Barrier, that symbol basically means it gives defense this turn, and then the other shield is next turn. So it can be a little bit of both. You have Divine Grace, which does healing and boosts whoever that person's healing is.
Dave's not divine.
You have Flash to do holy damage and heal to heal, and Holy Smite to do damage. So the starting cards in each of these decks are all pretty straightforward and it lets you get your feet kind of wet. But what we're going to do to start, before we do anything else, is we're going to go over here to this cart, because it lets us get new cards. And I'm going to pay for at least a couple of these because I have a lot of money.
Singarian card?
So it's going to pop up that I did a divination. You can join.
And you're going to join, Dave.
I clicked on the card. Okay, I'm joining.
There you go.
Okay.
So this is also what happens when we win a fight. This is exactly what it looks like. We get the choice of 3 new cards to add to our deck, or We can just add shards instead if we don't like the offerings, don't want to make our deck bigger, etc. So in the case of me, I love Electricity Manual. It's one of my main cards, so I'm going to take that one. Don't worry about why
Dave,
for now.
yours are kind of trash.
But I can make them suffer.
It's kind of a shame because Anthem of Hope is purple, which is the highest rarity as far as like the cards themselves. There's also a different ranking system, but like purple cards are pretty uncommon, but it's not a very good purple card.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You can argue that even for 1 mana, just letting people, like everyone draw 1 more card the next turn is still not bad, though. I might consider it still.
Yeah, you should probably take it.
That includes yourself as well, so you'll be letting everyone draw an extra card next turn. Cody, in your case up top, these are all trash.
Okay.
2 of them are starting level cards. 1 of them you don't start with, that's another character's, but it's just basic damage. And this is only really good in huge shield decks, which not really your thing.
Cool.
So I'm just going to recommend this for you. If you're hell bent on a card, by all means stop me and take it, but that's not one that you
I've
should
got
do.
shards of shit. That's cool.
Which is things we can use to upgrade and make our cards
Oh, we
better,
get more
which we will be
cards?
doing. Yeah, so Shaun and I are probably each going to do a couple of these.
Bludgeon.
Down here on the bottom, I don't know if I love anything of mine. Scroll of Intellect's okay, but I'll probably just skip it.
Weapon. I don't usually take this. It's a purple, so I'm gonna try it.
Hidden Weapon. I think you have small weapons in your deck, right? At least at the start.
Maybe.
You probably took them out. So, Cody, you've got a couple decent options up here. Bludgeon is okay. It's expensive. It costs 3 mana, which is what you start a turn with usually. But it does 6 damage 3 times, so 18.
Bludgeon.
There's another Rend, which I sometimes put a 3rd Rend in, but it depends just because it does such good bleeding. And Sweeping Strike hits up to 3 enemies. It hits 14, and then the guys on the side for 8.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So that's not bad either. I think you should take one of these.
But
Bludgeon is not bad
I
either.
get to bludgeon people.
You want Bludgeon?
No.
It's expensive though, Cody. Just keep that in mind.
Let's see what it upgrades into. So, Dave, if you right-click the cards,
Yep.
you can see the different upgrade paths. You can choose either one of them. It costs the same, but the nice thing is you can have either or. And you can actually switch between them, but it'd be horrendously stupid to make a blue card and then immediately turn it into a gold.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see, because some of them will actually, when you upgrade them, reduce or increase in cost. So you might be like, oh, I don't know about that for 3 mana. But then you look at the upgrade and it's only 2, and you might go, oh. In this case, Bludgeon is 3 no matter what we do. So what are you thinking?
For
Your
me?
deck for Cody.
I think you pass on this one, honestly. Like, you could consider Dispel, but I think you're gonna have better ways of dispelling.
He's talking to Dave.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, for Cody,
The sweeping ones.
I don't know. I would probably go Sweeping Strike. I think that's there you go.
I'm gonna better ways. I mean, this transmutes to dispel 2 and grant 1 some sort of shiny person thing symbol that I don't know what that is.
You will eventually, hopefully, come across one that lets you dispel for everyone, and that's one that's definitely worth looking at. For one hero, it can be useful, but it's tough, especially because it's situational.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
So shards
see
might be
much.
best.
Shards is not bad because then you can use those shards to upgrade.
Yeah, so you'll have more shards to upgrade your deck here once we're done doing divinations. We'll do probably like 1 or 2 more, because it's nice to have a basis of, okay, what did I pull randomly, and then how do I build from there?
Ooh, I like this one.
Another electricity manual, so I think I have to take that.
So something that's weird, Dave, is you might want to consider Vile Gas
Yeah, I thought about that.
because you will then coordinate. You'll overlap with me a lot. There's good synergy there.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful with his deck. And we may even find poison from a couple other sources. I occasionally can find some, but it's not really my thing. For Cody up top, I mean, Intercept again is a starting card, so blah. We can always make another one of those if you really want one. You certainly shouldn't take it here. Pummel for 2 mana is 4 damage 4 times, so 16. And then Repetition Training is kind of nice for what it upgrades into. So either version of this, depending on which one you do, can take something that you've already played and attack and put it back in your hand. The starting one only puts it on top of your deck, so it's kind of blah. But either upgrade is actually pretty good. Because then you can be like, oh, I really like that card I just played. I want it back.
It becomes free also.
It can for the blue upgrade, yeah. And it also doesn't get burned. If you've seen that flame symbol in the top right corner of the description, that means it disappears when you use it. So it's a one-time thing. This makes it so that it's there the whole time. So I think I would recommend Repetition Training. Pummel's not horrible, though, but
And I would go Vile Gas, Dave.
Okay, so my only question on this is that with Chris being having a lot of electricity, I have wet on Healing Rain that could maybe make
That's
it.
what you're gonna definitely upgrade Healing Rain away from the
Wait.
water.
Okay.
You're on the right track though, because that would be handy. Wet makes electricity do more damage, but that also applies the regen to everybody. And when you upgrade it, you can make it so the regen just comes to us,
Aha.
which is
Aha.
nice.
Plus, I think you already
Oops.
have. Oh well, maybe you don't. I forget if you start with Healing Rain or not.
Okay, I'll do one more, and then maybe we'll stop here for now, because we can do a better divination later.
Yeah.
So I got an upgrade one. Mind Visions.
Hail.
Okay, so I'll just be skipping mine.
Unfortunately, not that good for this deck.
Yeah, if you build out something that's specifically for that type of damage, but
Bulk Heal can be good.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
I think it's worthy
Why?
addition.
I prefer Bulk Heal over your regular heals. So
Yeah.
Shadow Men's also not terrible when upgraded because it doesn't hurt you as much, but I think bulk heal's stronger.
So is blue or gold better?
they're like equal but different.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just different branches. They cost the same to upgrade to them. Purple is better than either.
Yeah.
But
What does the symbol like with the cards and the little green arrow pointing up mean?
You start. I don't see that over.
It's on my
an
upgrade.
upgradable one.
Oh, you start your opening hand. It'll be in there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do bulk heal, I think.
This is kind of trash, Cody, unfortunately, because he's best spec'd for swords. It doesn't really matter what the damage type is overall, but he'll get a little bit more mileage out of his sword attack. So this is a hammer. This is a bow and arrow. This is
Cody,
a hammer.
Can you draw better?
What's that?
Can Cody draw better, please?
Yeah, I know. He hasn't been getting a ton of throwing
My
ones, but
goodness.
I can only draw stick figures.
Rude.
so I would recommend shards if any of these speaks to you. I mean, these aren't bad, but
Nah, the shield thing seems stupid. So
yeah, that has to be for a very specific build. Okay, so keep in mind we're going to be doing a lot of stuff here before we leave on this first town, especially as we're walking you through it. Let's go. We're going to take some cards out eventually, but let's go to the upgrades next so you can kind of go through it and see what it looks like. So Dave, you can do this on your own because you have your own account, but you can go through. I would recommend like not upgrading Foresight, for example, because we have a way to get that out of the deck, so don't even waste shards on it.
Where do I go to upgrade?
That's the statue in the middle.
Oh, okay, my bad.
And you'll be using the blue shards for that.
So if you have questions, let us know, but you can kind of go through that on your own. I'm going to walk Cody through it since that's what the viewers can see.
So I'm not going to upgrade Foresight.
Yes, do not.
I have.
Actually, Chris, this is a good point. Should I? Toxic Rain has an ability to do poison and wet. Should I be doing more wet to stack with your electricity?
I think you're better off sticking to poison, but it's fine either way. It's only 1 damage per stack, so it doesn't hurt. But so one of the nice things you can do here, Cody, is like these defends can become 0 mana.
Mm-hmm.
All of them for almost no shards, especially with the town upgrades that I have. That's the benefit you're going to have playing with me over Dave on his own, is that he's starting from scratch. You can also upgrade it to blue and get a little more defense out of it, and obviously you lose some defense, but like being able to cycle these for no mana is very nice.
I was gonna say, it seems like you'd be better off just doing a lot of them for no mana.
Kind of. I usually even consider taking one out to thin the deck, but having a couple is still quite handy because you're going to be taking more damage than anybody else because you're in the front.
Yeah, it would seem that it's better to have it with no mana.
So I would be like at least this as a starting point. And we can always come back later once we've tossed out cards and see what else you want to do. Intercept can do something similar but in reverse. You can make it more powerful and add a mana to it, or you can just make the 0 mana version more powerful. And you don't even have to do both the same. Sometimes there are certain decks where I make 1 blue and 1 gold just so I have both in the deck.
I probably would do that. I think that if the other defends are now cheaper.
Okay.
It seems good to just do one of them.
Oh, do you have access to you should, Chris, to Entrench?
As in like one of the cards I can make?
Yeah.
Probably. We haven't gotten there yet, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
So
Barricade is quite powerful. We may even try and make a second one just because it's not only defense for yourself, but everyone at once. And this is one where I have sometimes run either or both. Because this symbol here basically means you take 30% less damage from any of the physical type attacks. So if it's magic and stuff, it's not going to do anything, but you still get 16 defense, even if it doesn't. So you can make a case for either one if you like one more.
Yellow.
Okay. Rens, I think, is almost certainly the
Monster.
gold, because then you can target anyone with it, and it's really handy to make enemies tucked in the back bleed to death over time, because they can be hard to get to if we have a bunch of front monster stuff. So I make all my Rens gold, personally. You're free to do however you like, though. It does make the mana cost cheaper if you go the other route.
No, it makes more sense to deal more damage and kill whoever else.
Here's the sweeping strike that you got, which we can upgrade. As you can see, both of them do more damage. The gold one goes up in mana cost, and it's already a 2, so it's does a lot more damage.
Probably should just do blue then, right?
I think so. It's nice to just hit a little harder. Repetition training, we definitely want to upgrade because we looked at how bad the base version was. It's just a question of which one.
That one seemed like the blue one made a lot of sense.
I'd like to agree with that. And then these fast strikes, we can make them all 0 mana. We can even toss 1 or 2 of them if you want.
So you lose 3 on the dealing of damage, but you add it being free.
Yeah, and one core component to this, which I didn't really want to go over in the beginning because you guys are relatively new, but like these games are all different in some ways. This one, you keep your mana between turns that you don't use. So you're not just like, oh, I have 4 mana, I can't spend on anything, I guess I'm fucked. You'll have that the next turn around so you can spend as much as you want then, basically.
It rolls over.
So having cards that are cheaper can help with that because then you're not spending mana.
So that leads into my question. Is it better to have, like I have Flash, for example, that I could upgrade and it would lower my damage from 7 to 5, but reduce my mana from 1 to 0?
Yeah. I generally
Or-
take my flashes to 0, but I play that character differently than Shaun does. Shaun goes more heal heavy most of the time with his, and I take mine as a fucking holy machine.
That's
So
what
for
I
me,
like.
I want to have cheap holy costs because later on I'm going to get abilities that generate more spells and just like bombard people.
Yeah. So the other option, I
I
can go to.
strongly recommend the healing, but then Chris strongly. I mean, so it's really up to you. Healing is so nice because we're gonna take damage, and your ability to bring us back up between the few times a campaign we get to heal is gonna be really huge. That's how we're gonna get longevity most of the time.
I upgraded Healing Rain already once so that it only affects heroes, not everyone.
That's
So,
perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want.
Yep, I did that already. And then I think I'm going to upgrade Flash, my Flash card to deal 5 damage, but no mana.
Yeah, it never hurts to be mana efficient because it gives you more options. And then, later turns you end up having more of a need for it. Great, because again, you can save it. If you couldn't, there'd be more of a debate, I think, because you'd want to try and hit that curve perfectly, but you don't have to worry about that in this.
So that's all I can do.
Looking at Cody, as you can see, the viewer, that almost everything is colored in. There's a couple that aren't. There's a reason for that. One, these are really expensive. And the trick with this, honestly, is like, I actually like Enrage in its base version because it draws a card, and that's hard to get card draw on the tank. His upgraded version gives the 2 mana, and it can cycle because it doesn't get burned, but it doesn't draw anymore.
I think one of the colors draws still.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
upgrade to the gold one,
Yeah.
but it's still really expensive. So now you're paying that much money just to gain 5
is
powerful.
really
So
expensive.
now I have enough shards that we're going to do that because I want you to be cool and powerful. But just note that, like Dave, for example, is not going to be able to upgrade his starting unique card because it's going to cost him like 1,000 shards.
It was 420 to be exact.
Now, we're almost getting ready to set out, but we need to go to the Magic Forge. Shaun has already done this. That's why he's got 22 cards.
Fucking Shaun.
But the rest of us, I didn't actually upgrade mine. I need to do that too. The rest of us, and Dave, you can do this as well. It's the one on the bottom left. So you can come in here and
Blood
make
feeding.
cards as well. So for example, Cody, we're going to make you a battle plan. Because look what it does. Draw 2. For 1 mana, you draw 2 cards. You gain a mana next turn. So it basically pays for itself.
Oh.
And then you can put 2 cards from your hand back on top of your deck. So it's a way to be like, oh, I don't need that this turn. I don't have the mana for that this turn, whatever. So it helps you really control what you're drawing each turn.
Okay.
So for me, that's one I auto-include
Sounds
these
cool.
days.
That's great.
You can make the case for a second barricade pretty strongly. You actually can make 2 of them and have 3. I think that's overkill. Because you always have those times, like if you end up with 2 in your hand at the same time, you're like,
Cody Entrench is really, really good.
No.
And I would say Piercing Howl is also one.
No.
And War Paint.
No.
Chris, I usually put as many War Paints upgraded as possible because it's that same thing. If it's 0 cost, draw a card.
Warpaint you would like. So when it's upgraded, it's draw a card and gain
Ooh.
2 strength.
Yay, cool, do that.
All right, so we'll get 2 of those because they also upgrade super cheap, which is nice. Anything
Yeah.
that cycles, the Rogue has this. Even though he's not playing the one that starts with as many, the Rogue still has some of that where it's like draw a card and gain 6 defense for no mana, and you're like, okay. Why wouldn't I do that every single
What
time?
shit was Shaun blabbing about? He was talking a lot.
He was talking about entrench, which is a better barricade. It's here.
A lot better barricade. Even though it's expensive. It's expensive because it basically is like a thing for 2 turns.
It's 4 of them? Fuck you, Shaun.
And also
How expensive is your taste, God?
Piercing Howl is huge because speed in this game, if you go before your opponents, is a really big factor. So Piercing Howl slows down your enemies, and you can put some vulnerable on them too.
Okay, that's cooler than...
For Dave's sake, it'll be reminiscent of Final Fantasy, where you can see the turn order at the top, and it can be manipulated with haste. And...
Yeah, sure. One of the howling things, that's cool.
All right, because you start with one as well, sort of. Captain's Howl is a slightly better version of it.
Oh, well then...
So I don't think we need...
Are we ready?
No.
Not quite. Do you want a second barricade or an entrench?
I want to eat their blood. I want blood feeding.
I would not recommend that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
All right, what are the options? Entrench or...
So barricade's 2 mana, and then entrench. We didn't
No,
look
I'm
at...
not doing Shaun's bullshit 4 thing.
Okay.
He's expensive.
All right.
We'll get a barricade, though.
It's really good.
Yeah,
You know what? I don't run entrenches either, so it's okay.
Shaun has expensive taste.
I think they're good, but I usually don't make room for them in my mana.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and I need to buy some for myself. I haven't done any upgrades or buy anything yet.
You don't need anything.
So I need a superconduct. I'd really like to have that, I think. And I would like to have Mana Surge. And I'll talk about why when we get to, like, when we're playing, but I'm not going to worry about my stuff right now. We're focusing on those 2. I already drew 2 electricity manuals from the stuff we did, didn't I? Yeah. Don't know if I need more than that. And I guess that's it. I don't really need a 4th charge battery. I think that'll be fine for now. Okay, so we're going to do some upgrades on those cards we just got, but Dave, you can do this as well. Go to the church. Top left.
Go to the church.
In the church, you can remove cards from your deck. This is handy in a couple ways. 1, there's some starter cards that are just flat out bad. 2, you can actually remove negative cards later on if we get any from like failing challenges or bad enemies or something. So like, I would recommend probably tossing at least one of these defends.
Sure.
Maybe both. It's free because I have upgrades. Because like you have 2 barricades, you have 2 intercepts, you have ways to do your own thing here basically. So I would recommend tossing both.
Sure.
So now you have only 20 cards instead of 22. The key to these games that people don't often realize is you don't want the biggest deck, because then you're not going to draw anything. So you want to kind of keep it in a certain range if possible. So
Shaun-
Dave, you
Shaun
can
has
toss
too many
those
cards.
foresights here.
Both of
That's
them?
23 cards.
You have too many cards.
That's not a lot.
He just said you can't have too many cards. You have too many.
I'm tossing elemental wards. I'm
And
tossing
toss
frost
both
bolts.
foresights.
Oh, no.
All right, they're gone. Foresights are gone.
Very
Gone.
nice. You could also maybe consider tossing a barrier, but that's up to you. Barrier can be good, especially because it gives shields the following turn as well, but it's...
Oh, I can't toss anything else because I'm at my minimum
He has no
cards.
money.
Okay. Yeah, you can only
No.
you have to have
Yeah,
15.
you go under 15.
I have 16.
I am going to go get one more card real quick, and that is...
Oh, so you could toss one more then, Dave.
Wait, how do I only have 15 gold?
Oh, that's why you can't toss
Because
anymore.
it costs to get rid of them in the very beginning.
Oh, I thought I was selling
No, you
them.
need to give him gold. He's poor.
What am I looking for
You
here?
need to upgrade your cards, too.
Yeah, I got to. For sure. Oh yeah, Tome of Intellect. That's what I wanted. Yes. Okay.
There, Cody. I got rid of another card.
That. Okay.
Still too
Are
many
you
cards.
happy now?
All right.
Still too many cards.
So for you, I'm assuming you'd like the card draw one?
Yep.
Okay. And then battle plan.
Don't know anything.
3.
I think it's tempting to go blue. Either way, these are both good. So this is a personal preference.
So it's
Blue is
one-
burned, but you get 2 mana the following turn instead of 1. Or this one gives you 3 cards and you only have to put 2 back, so it's card draw. Either one is good.
Wait, and what's the innate thing?
That means you start within your opening hand every time.
I would probably do yellow.
Piercing Howl. To me, I'd probably just go for this.
Yellow,
but
yeah.
And then barricade a blue one or a second gold.
Gold.
All right. And now I'm going to upgrade mine because I have nothing except the one I got that was upgraded. So we're going to go
Love your shit cards.
2 of these and 1 of
Shaun,
these.
you need to get rid of more cards.
Well, you have to understand, 2 of my cards are like draw, and then you get defense and draw again. So I really have like 20 cards in my deck.
Okay. Sure.
You're like, whatever makes you feel better. And I'm like, no, really.
No, that's it.
Like I don't know what the hell you said, so I just have to go along with whatever you said and agree with it.
I'm glad we're finally on the same page.
You're out of shards.
Oh, I don't have enough shards. I wasted so many
Sharded
on
out.
being a nice person. Oh, God. All right, well, that's fine. Mana gem
Can
will be
you
okay.
buy shards?
No, but we can get them later.
Why don't you just go to the cart and make some more cards and just pick all the shards?
I'm
instead?
checking the shop real quick.
I also bought a pet, Chris.
I am going to buy this.
The fuck? I want a pet.
You
You
want
have
a
to
pet?
unlock a pet.
I can buy you a
Oh,
pet.
wait, Chris might have. So you actually might be able to take a pet.
I have 2 pets. They're both not very good. So Clairvoyance does the sight thing, which lets us see the cards enemies are playing.
That thing sucks. I don't want that shit.
Okay, and then there's this Mosquito.
No, I don't want either of those. They're not pets. They're fucking annoying.
Well, then you're out of luck because that's the only 2 I have unlocked.
No,
I
I
took
want
the spider.
that fucking sheep. Give me the sheep.
Okay. We
I
might
have
go
a
to...
spider. Are you jealous?
Damn.
What do you have? A spider?
Spider.
No, I don't like spiders. Why would I be jealous of a spider? I could just
His name
squish it.
is, I don't know. I can't find it.
How big of a spider is it?
It's pretty big. He's a big spider. His name is Leonte.
I'm going to buy you...
Deontay?
Wow.
Leonte.
Oh, Leonte. Okay.
I'm going to buy you a present, Cody. Congratulations. I got
Where'd
you an
you-
armor that means the first time you get hit, it misses.
Cool.
There you go. Okay.
But you
if-
didn't buy me my sheep.
No, I can't buy your sheep. I don't have it unlocked. I said that a minute ago. All right.
You fucking just create cards.
When you're
Just
ready to go,
create the fucking sheep.
you hit ready in the bottom right.
Get ready.
So that's all set up. Now,
Oh.
here's our world map. We're trying to get to the shrine on the far right. We have multiple paths we can take to get there.
Up.
Cody says up.
Up is fine.
Okay.
So then you're going to click on it too, Dave. Oh, you did.
I'm not dumb.
All right. So now we'll get our first look at the combat screen. So here's our enemy corn cobs.
Sweet. Can I eat him?
Cody's first. Here you go.
I don't know what to do.
I know.
What
So-
the fuck?
You have 6 mana because I've unlocked higher ranks for these characters, so you start with a little bit more. And you have a handful of cards that you can play in any order you so desire.
Shouldn't I do this thing?
In
Any
theory,
order, but you should do battle plan first.
I would recommend drawing first whenever you can, just so you can see all your options and go from there.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good point.
Barricade is a good one to open with, but you can click and drag it just up somewhere. There you go. Anywhere up there is fine. Now you got to put 2 back. So now this is on top of your deck, so you will draw these next turn.
And you got Captain's Howl, so you definitely want to keep that one.
Yep.
I don't know.
Hey,
Both
what are you
of those?
thinking? What are you thinking?
Shaun or me?
Yeah, you.
Wouldn't I just put both of these things back? Because I already have one. I'm not going to use 2 right
You
now
could.
anyway.
You could put one of the shield cards back as well, since you already have barricade and defend. So either way, I think you're fine. Pick your least favorite. Not barricade. That's the one that's for everybody. We like
And
that
not
one.
Captain's Howl. Anything else?
I understand how much you like the howl thing.
You'll see. Because what? Use it.
Right now?
Well, just so I can see it.
This one? So use it right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Is Shaun telling me to do the right thing?
Sure.
You don't sound convinced.
Dude, I want you to succeed.
We're
Ow! And he
And
howls.
now Dave is going before them up there at the top in the order.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
See?
I am.
I should use this too, right?
Yeah. That's always handy because it gives us all shields no matter what they're attacking. It's like we don't know what they're attacking. We don't have any vision. So they're going to all do one thing on their turn. We don't know what it is. If they live
You know
that
what
long.
that
So I could
Self-
literally use all the rest of these.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all
you
0
can.
mana. Well, they're all cheap
Fuck 'em
mana.
up.
So I should just use them all.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Cody, the only thing, eventually we'll reach a point where your mana actually carries over between turns. So sometimes it makes sense to, like, if you have a pointless turn, not use it. It's a good turn. Use it all. That's fine. But just keep
happening
that
to
in
Spark?
mind.
You can target because you can give it to anybody, yourself or any of us.
Who should I be nice to give it to? The spider?
Well, he's cloaked because he has a lot of stealth, so he's
Give
not
it
going
to
to be
Dave.
targeted.
Dave is our squishiest person.
Yeah, so I'm in the
'Cause I'm
back. I
healer.
probably shouldn't have been just because I'm higher level than Dave, but I'd probably go Dave.
Which one's Dave?
That one.
Me. That
Yeah.
one.
He's the bald intruder.
Reginald.
And this one will just play on yourself, so you don't have to target it. There you go. Now you're going to keep 2 mana for next turn, which is nice.
And I'm all done?
Yep.
All right, I get it.
Now it's Shaun's go.
I get
It's poison! Okay,
And this will start going quicker once everybody gets more used to it.
I get it. I
Once
know
you
what
know
to do
your
now.
deck.
Draw my cards, defend you guys, attack
Kill.
if I have some space too.
Murder. Destroy.
I got it.
Okay, so I definitely want to poison. And then I like this thing.
Do I get to eat the corn when they're dead? No, they just
No, it
disappear.
disappeared. Sorry.
Well, in lore, no, but in my mind, yes. In fact, you have already eaten one.
Okay. I feel like that's why I'm studying first. Now, Shaun's poisoning the corn, which is unfortunate for my eating.
So, since it's
Yeah,
my turn,
don't eat it then.
we'll stop for a second just so you can see. You can see their health bar. Between bleed and poison, they're actually going to die on their turn. They only have 10
I
health
wouldn't even
left.
do
They have
anything.
16 poison. But the downside of poison, the only downside, is that it happens at the end of the turn. So
Yeah.
they would get to attack us before they die. Now I'm going to murder them, so that's not going to matter, and Dave's not going to get a turn, unfortunately.
This is a
So I
fun
defended
game,
Dave
guys.
for no fucking reason.
That's
good.
right. But we're trying to build good habits. So, like, here's some lightning and ice damage, so you're dead.
Oh, you froze the corn?
And-
No, popcorn.
Okay, I'll make popcorn. But first, I'm
Yeah!
going to do a
Oh,
bunch of stuff for no reason, okay? There's those. And here's some mana for everybody. That's pretty cool. There you go. Have some free mana. And, okay, I'm bored now. I'm going to
Popcorn.
All right. So,
So we win.
we win. We get to pick new
Now
cards if we want.
select a card,
Mine
and
suck.
I
I
have
will
to
take
fletch,
the
so it's
shards.
a no-brainer.
I'm sure I should have the shards, right? This looks shitty.
That looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, charge is
Yeah.
okay. But again, this is not
Shards.
really your build.
Shards.
This seems good, right? Holy smite.
Holy Smite is what you start with. It's an upgraded version for free, though, which is nice.
Yep. Unholy storm. That's too much mana.
That's too much mana, and we're not doing that build. You can make a case for Dawnlight being 0 cost, just getting some attack.
Yes.
It's up to you, though.
The difference is it burns. It vanishes when I play it,
That's okay.
but it's 0 mana. So
Yeah, the temptation is to be like, oh, I only get to play it once. There will be plenty of times, like the last fight is an extreme example, where you don't even make it through your deck. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if a card burns or not.
So you get to play it once, but you keep it in your deck for the next fight.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not,
Then I'm
not,
taking.
not the next fight, Dave. It comes right back. It's just that fight. You can't use it again it's one round. But like the next fight, you can use it again.
That's fine. Okay, then I'm taking Dawnlight, I think.
All right.
All right. And we get some shards, some gold. Now we have a choice. We have
Green Flaming Book.
a Scorched Field, which is a
Alright.
green book. Or a
Cody, the man
Tom's.
has spoken.
Tom's Farm.
I'm just going to go over what you tell me to. And you guys can decide on your own because here you go. If we choose different ones, now we decide. So we're looking to pull a card from everyone's deck, and we're going to compare it. It's my choice because it says me, so I'm going to make the choice. Well, actually, I guess it doesn't know. So you can choose, Cody. Do whatever you want.
When there's a disagreement between players, me and Shaun,
Hmm.
the conflict resolution role is required to decide who wins. In the event of multiple ties,
So you're going to, if you want to win this, you're going to try and pick the one that matches your deck the most, which is probably this one.
lowest card.
I went with what Dave wanted.
Okay.
I would go with lowest card.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe.
Because you have a lot of zeros in your deck.
Fuck.
Ha ha!
So now we go in the direction Shaun chose, which is up.
Get
Fuck,
fucking
Shaun.
wrecked.
All right, so we can be an asshole to these farmers, and if you
Yes.
mouse over the die, you can see 31% chance of extorting these poor farmers.
Yes.
Even though the game tells us they don't have many possessions.
Extortion.
Are we heroes or villains?
I mean, this is Nice the Old Republic all over again. It's like, hey, murder her and take her purse, or give
Yeah.
her $1,000.
Mhm.
Now, Cody, the only reason I would argue it is because we only have a 30% chance of success.
Do
Or
I need
else we get a permanent card in the deck that fucks us up every time we draw it.
should
Do I
just-
get to
should
pick
I just
one?
Remember the 30% chance of winning thing. I should just memorize that.
Sure. Just keep that in mind for later.
I will.
Oh,
I'm not going to go with Cody this time.
Okay.
68 stars. Cool. I don't know what that means.
Experience.
I helped them rebuild a house. I'm a giant fucking wolf with an evil mustache.
All right, so we got a fight or a fight. They're pretty similar.
But the bottom takes us to a hatch, which is pretty cool. The top takes us I
to a
don't remember.
waterfall.
Hmm.
Yeah, true.
Waterfalls
Dave,
are better.
You want to go top?
I like waterfalls.
Okay.
all right. Far be it from me to argue.
All right,
Ooh,
so
we should do this.
here is corruption. This is a voluntary challenge that can make things harder for rewards. These are both pretty good rewards for a thing that's really not that bad. It says 3 out of 4 skulls, but it's so early that I'm not that concerned, to be honest.
No, we'll curb stomp it.
Free upgrade. Let me just double check that we can use those. I cannot.
Cody could for enrage. Oh no, he upgraded enrage already.
That's why I ran out of shards. So like Cody and I can't use the upgrade. So if we're gonna do this, I think we have to do it for the gold, the shards, and the box.
I am all in on that because I need it.
Because Dave's fucking poor.
Okay. All right.
Normally the free upgrade can be quite powerful because like we saw, some of those can be quite expensive.
Why is the
but
corn burned?
because this is the scorched field.
Because it's your fault.
There you go.
What did I do? What the fuck did I do to him?
So, Cody, this doesn't really matter, but anytime you have a card where you draw and then you have to put back, I usually play the other card that draws first. So, in this case, that would be War Paint.
War Paint, right?
Yeah, and then you'll have the full amount of cards to decide what to do with.
Okay, so this is first.
Yep. And it raises your strength, which is nice.
Hey, beautiful.
Shaun definitely wants me to use this. He keeps yelling at me every time it's
Yeah,
there.
but
That's
draw
right.
first.
That's fine. You can play that first. There you go.
Ow.
Now I do this.
Yep.
And we're gonna have to kill this pot-bellied farmer. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, he's
Apparently.
evil. Don't you see his eyes?
That's
I mean,
true.
they just look like cryptocurrency eyes. You know, the laser eyes that they do on Twitter.
You
Yeah,
can-
but he's a person, so he's evil.
Arcade,
should
Well,
always
you
keep
clearly
it
can't
late.
get rid of
Someone looks like an NFT, Dave. It's
Well,
not the.
Yeah.
No,
it's me.
I mean, logically, I mean, I just used the version of this, didn't I?
Yeah, I actually think you should put that back on your deck because
one.
the slow does not stack.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Right. So these two make sense to put back on the top.
I think so.
Okay.
Then you can play it next turn.
That's what I thought.
It'll do more.
All right. So do this one again.
Yeah.
Like
know-
always.
And you know
Yeah.
what you're going to draw? One of those 2 cards you just put on top
I
of
don't
the
want
deck.
to do that.
You might not draw the other one, though. Blah. You could still play it. It is going to stack the vulnerable.
No.
But-
I
it does-
always play it, Cody.
What you what?
I would play it. It just stacks the vulnerable.
Now they're super vulnerable. Now you get to play your hand. You still have 5 mana, so everything is your choice.
I can just do all these things.
Yeah.
Sure. This is the one that protects all of you, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it says all heroes underneath the name.
I didn't read it.
Cody's such a badass. His block spell is just him putting his sword in front of him. Like, yeah. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And he has a shield. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He might as well not have a shield because he's like, I don't use this thing.
17 damage because you got 9 stacks of powerful and you made 5 stacks of vulnerable.
Here you go.
You didn't end the turn. It's fine. I'll get you.
Nah, it's fine. I did it. I did my job.
Huh. Okay.
Go, spider. Kill him.
Wait, the spider
Go
makes it
kill
does
the
attack
Spider
shit?
Ranger.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
if I get the
automatic.
sheep, does the sheep attack shit?
A little bit.
And you know what? I should actually be talking about my turn. So I did a thing. So I have deflect. It's 0 cost. I draw a card and defense. So it's just a way to get through the deck. Then I played a way for us to all get faster. Okay? So now I have 5 energy left. I'm going to play this, which is like my awesome card. I get energy. I go invisible. It's pretty cool. I like it. Now I'm going to play this thing to kill everybody.
What does the energy do?
And
which energy?
let's see.
He's
I'll
energy or
probably.
something. What the fuck does that mean?
It's like your thing that gives you mana.
Got it. Okay.
So that's gonna poison that guy, and then I guess I'll do this.
All right, so
Man.
they're all dead men walking.
I still feel bad about this farmer. I also feel bad about the fact that I haven't done shit yet, and I won't.
You will. You will. I promise you will.
You're going to get your time to shine. Here, since you're loath to kill the farmer,
Dave.
I'll kill the farmer. All right, Dave, you ready?
Chris could let you go.
I actually don't have a choice but to.
Get a turn.
Look,
Oh,
I was actually going to let him go even if I had lethal. I don't.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
Congratulations, Dave. You
Dave.
get to do some stuff.
I mean, I really don't need to do much except flash, right?
So wait, Dave, just hover over Vile Gas though to see how much damage that would do.
Yeah, see on the enemy?
Oh, yeah, 16.
So
And
you would be
6.
doing 22 damage.
Okay.
And 2 more
But, I mean,
poison.
you know, there's no reason, but you could.
Do it.
Yeah, you might as well hit him with the biggest spell you got.
Do it.
Now, there are times where, because of the way the turn order works, we may leave this to you so that you can heal before we finish off a round. We're all at full
Yeah.
health, though, so you can just do whatever you want.
Boom.
Murder
You wanna
with
eat that for
impunity.
Cody?
What?
You want to eat that corn?
No, now it's got like fart all over it.
That's right.
My cards
This is
suck again, right?
Yeah, that's going to happen. In the early going, we get a lot more basic cards on the higher difficulty.
I'm not crazy by looking at that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave. I think those cards are not very good. Even though one of those. Well, I mean, Bad Augury attacking all enemies for 0 cost.
Yeah, Bad Augury is not terrible.
I mean,
It's not the worst.
I don't have anything to remove poison, so Detoxify isn't awful, but I guess I can make that, right?
Yeah, and it's just like, it's so situational. I don't usually run with cards like that.
There's a couple enemies that'll poison the shit out of us, but most of them don't have any poison at all.
Some of our best way to deal with poison is after the enemy that poisons us a lot.
All right.
So it's like, why?
We have spiders near the waterfall. There's a small cavity behind the waterfall with a dead adventurer with some coins, but we suspect there's spiders nearby. So because we have the Snick Boy, we actually have an extra choice we wouldn't have if he wasn't here. Or this is the thing where we would see who draws the highest card, or we can just be like, you know what, fuck this waterfall, I don't want spiders.
Generally, when you have a character option, it's best to go with that option.
I figured as
Not
much.
always.
Also, Shaun, you have a spider pet. Can't he, like, romance them or something?
You just talk to his
He's
spider
celibate.
cousins.
He's celibate.
There you go.
See, we don't have to fight, we get experience, we get gold for nothing. That's great.
Just because Shaun's a weird lizard snake thing.
That's right.
Yeah. Ooh, I want it.
Rare equipment shop.
Yeah, Shaun would really like this Bane card.
Really,
So the
really,
rare equipment
really
shop
want.
is still not very good. I do have a lot of gold, so if we had gotten one of the next higher tiers up, there's some pretty decent stuff. Rare is still kind of ugh.
Okay.
So in theory, this is going to be super good for his deck. He's already poison focused.
Oh, good. We're doing all of it just so Shaun can have a card.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what he
In
needs.
this case,
Better
yes.
cards.
Shaun, we moved on from basketball, and you're still the one taking all the shots. It's amazing.
Damn.
That's so rude.
Oh, this is you. Sorry.
Oh,
Because the last time I played this, I was with a tank that wasn't first all the time, so I keep forgetting.
So war paint like Shaun told me to do.
Yep.
Then I do battle plan like Shaun told me to do.
Yep.
Shaun just does everything for me. It's fine.
That's right. But we're gonna like take the training wheels off here and just let you kind of go through it.
Until I fuck things up. That seems like I want to use that later.
Sweeping strike you probably want to use.
Shit.
Get rid of one defend.
I can always give advice if you want to, but I want you to kind of feel your
Thank
way
you.
through it.
I mean, you have 5 energy, so you can spend everything in your hand right now.
There is a different option as well.
What's the different option?
So the way you have this constructed, if you're willing to forego Barricade, which is a call you may or may not want to make, you could Sweeping Strike, Repetition, Training, Sweeping Strike.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Mm.
But this is where it's all kind of like how you feel about a given turn and what's coming up and how you want to go about
my cousin's
it.
back here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's my cousin Nico.
Yeah, but he's a bitch. He's a little bitch.
Oh boy.
He's like Fredo.
Well, I'm not even saying I recommend that play because then you don't get to play Barricade, which is a nice card. So
that's
that's
I'm
up
gonna
to
play
you.
That.
But it'd be a ton of damage. So it's
That's good instincts, Cody. Barricade is good. That's a good habit.
No, I'm gonna use that. So I could drop this and then use it in the next turn, right?
You could, or if you intend to Barricade, you could Fast Strike, Repetition, Training, Fast Strike, and still get more damage out this turn. So it's again really up to how you want to go about it.
All right, that probably makes the most sense. So then so I'd have to drop both of the defends then, right?
Or that probably makes the most sense. Or the Intercept because again you can keep the mana, but I think that makes sense.
Okay.
I would be hesitant later to make that move, but we're gonna kill these guys in like.
That's
a turn.
more what I would be more apt to just drop like Fast Strike and not be attacking if I didn't think we were going to kill them right away.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so the order of having to do this is, you said I'd do Fast Strike, Repetition, Fast Strike, right?
Yeah, and you don't have to do them in that exact order, but the Fast Strike has to be played before the Repetition Training, or it won't work.
Keep doing this for poor Dave because he sucks.
Wait, I thought it was sweeping strike.
No, well, because that would spend too much.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's still going to play that, and you can play that before or after Fast Strike. It doesn't matter.
Dave, he could have only done that one if he wasn't.
Oh, because if I hit 0, it won't end my turn because I still have zeros. Okay.
Correct, and you can still play those cards that are left. Attack us, traitor!
Right there.
No! I'm low on health! Oh, that was not the best.
You're right, Dave.
What?
Tell
Dave,
Cody why,
even
Dave.
that attacks both sides. So going into the middle would do overall.
Yeah, no, we're gonna win anyways. I knew I was doing the wrong thing.
Don't take that one back.
Yes, I want that one.
Don't have any mana for it.
I want to use it.
Dave, I'm glad you're seeing that stuff though.
Yep, I found it. I followed it.
Oh no, I knew I was doing it. I just wanted to kill the wolf anyways, though.
Well, I know. I'm
Oh,
not
you
saying
did.
you did it. I'm just saying I'm glad Dave did.
What you're saying is, I was taking it more seriously right now, that would be bad. I'm aware.
No. I'm not saying that.
No, I'm aware. If this was actually a difficult battle, that would be a bad thing to do.
No, and you know what? Honestly, sometimes even then it's not, because sometimes it doesn't matter maximum damage. Sometimes you really want to target somebody, and so it's okay. I
had to target my hillbilly cousin over there.
Exactly, he's being a little bitch. I mean, I totally get it.
Why is he in the back? I'm in the front.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's a lot skinnier than you. You know, he's not a tank like you.
Really
We're the
close.
same size. I just have more armor.
I think you're a little thicker.
He's got a hunchy back.
I haven't really talked about my turns. Cold Spark's always first because it does more damage based on my hand size, so that's for your cousin.
Yeah.
And
Fredo!
with 5 mana, I don't have a whole lot going on. I can play everything. Charge Battery is one of my main mana generators. It gives me a mana every turn, so it's great. I like playing Lightning in the middle because Lightning does damage to the things around them every turn. So it's going to zap his friends, if he even lives that long, which I guess some of them are going to because Dave is last. And then Transmissions generally go here. I like giving to the healer a lot because it gives 2 mana and a draw. I'm going to give one to myself because it's the harsh winter and I want it. And then I just burn this guy to death because what the hell. Now this is tough because, just to talk about a concept, like he's going to die. So like now I can leave him alone because he's going to take 3 bleed and 3 fire damage. So there are times when you think somebody's going to die at the start of the turn, but then somebody else heals them, so it might still be worth it to take him out. Here I'm going to leave him be and hurt his friend because he's going to die pretty quickly here.
Pig.
Yeah. So there you took the burn,
So then
bleed.
Dave and Cody, bleed and fire damage, burn, they happen at the beginning and they stack with each other.
Yep. So you just watch that one board die from his bleed. They also happen in order if there is a match, so keep that in mind.
Fuck you.
Evade and block. Cody didn't even get touched.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I got him that armor because I thought it
Alright.
was funny. All right. Dave with a turn of
So-
consequence.
Sure, I'll heal. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
I don't need it. I'm good. Nope, didn't help me.
I know. Let's see. I am going to now. I don't need a bulk heal, but I can do. So mana carry. I have 7 mana now, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Now,
But-
one thing to
Just
keep in
carry
mind
over
is
next
that
time.
that cup on Holy Smite increases your holy damage and the healing you do for yourself, not everyone. So if you're going to be attacking in a turn, Holy Smite should usually be first, assuming you're going to play it.
Yeah, like if you have enough mana, which you do, yeah, that should go first. And then, yeah, that's a good hitting the guy
So-
without the shield.
Your flashes down there, we're doing 6 and 8, now they're 7 and 9.
Okay.
But other than that, the order's kind of up to you.
Yep. And then I would heal me.
I
And
would.
even if it wasn't me, I would still, with 2 mana, it doesn't hurt to keep everybody topped off.
Yeah, you're not going to get another turn. You can see the next turn's order, and we're all speedy because of the card Shaun played, so they're not getting another turn. We don't have to worry about saving mana or any of that. This is why Barrier can be useful. You just gave me 6 shield, but now the turn is going to end and it's going to go away, but I'll get the 9 shield that's coming. So that's nice. All right. And now they'll die. At the top, while Shaun's taking his turn and triple deflecting, you can see that the longer it takes, there's that round counter. The quicker we beat them, the better stuff we get after each fight.
Okay.
The nice thing is we're definitely going to get excellent here. They're all dead.
Shaun gets this fucking card he's so happy about.
That's right, and it tells that at the top right.
Yay!
Okay. Down the bottom, I hate those. I mean, Cursive Decay doesn't really fit anything I'm doing, but it's pretty good for a purple.
Yeah. That's always my issue.
3 mana is
Dark
not something I'm really building towards, though. Up top, we don't care about this. You can make this useful, but Reckless Charge is interesting. It hits pretty hard for 3 mana. You do have to discard a card. If it's the last card you play, you don't have to. But kind of up to you. It's heavy on the price. You've also probably noticed, though, at least so far, Cody, that you're not generally spending all your mana. We try to leave room to take on cards like this, although we were hoping for maybe better ones than this one.
Shards.
Okay.
Do I want Dark Outbreak, or am I good just taking the shards? Let's jump 2.
You'd probably go shields, shards.
Shields.
Binding heal is okay, but generally he's going to have so much self-regen from healing others that he doesn't need it.
Yep. Oh, speaking of healing,
Yeah, let's go heal.
actually, we're not going to probably. So
Nope.
we have a chance to go look for loot since we're topped up on health.
Yeah, we can heal
I don't
30%. None of us are damaged. I think maybe if somebody's down 1 health.
Yeah.
Nope, we healed it after the end of the fight. So
No, we're all healed, yeah.
yeah, but we do have an 85% chance of stealing things from the bandit camp,
So we should do that, right?
or a 33% chance of healing that we don't need.
You want loot, don't you, Dave?
Of course, I like loot.
Hey, so now we
I
get
got
stuff.
flush, yay.
Okay. Oop. Now,
So the top, actually, really, either one can take us to that book up there in the top right, which is probably where we want to go because it's a boss fight that's pretty rewarding and not very hard.
Yeah.
How we get there, totally up to you guys.
a fight or an event?
Cool.
Event.
Dave likes the books, I've noticed.
I like the books.
Hi,
I just realized what it actually does.
So we might as well just take the quest. There's no reason not to. We can always decide if we want to do it later, but
I don't have time for this nonsense.
Yeah.
you are below me. And you get
Who
this free
plays
stuff.
a video game and is like, I don't want to take the side quest. I don't even want to take it.
What do I need?
Oh, that's
What
interesting.
am I doing here?
A self-bleeding. So these are equipment.
So, Dave, we're choosing in order from the equipment down below that we want.
Yeah, there's some
I have
cards
to
that
blade.
there's some cards that take advantage of it. Keep in mind you already have a weapon that gives +1 to sword damage.
And
That you
also,
started with.
you take
I'm not
bleed.
bleeding
you use the
myself.
razor blade.
Give yourself
Cody.
more health if you want. Be a little faster.
What's in the box thing? What's
The box thing gives us either
What's in the
positive
box?
or negative effects at the
Oh,
start.
fuck
It's
that.
random. Yeah, we'd
Yeah,
never
it's
take
bad.
that one.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'd rather probably have speed over health because I defend so
Yep.
much of shit. Right?
That's not a bad one. You
That's what I would
naturally
take.
have a lot of speed, but it doesn't hurt.
I want to be
almost clicked on it.
faster.
You want it though?
Yeah.
Okay. I almost clicked it before you. I was for sure you had decided.
I am going to take nothing. Yeah.
Oh,
Nothing.
I'm the only one who can have the necklace now.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Each
fucked
person
up.
can have one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you know what? Well, max HP +4, but yeah, I'm going to take nothing.
I
know what I'm
am
thinking.
probably also going to take nothing.
What do you get if you take nothing?
Nothing. Usually, if you get to a shop, you can have the option of gold or one of these. This is just somebody who's helping us, by
So-
giving us stuff.
Dave,
what is-
Dave
I-
should take the health then.
He
What
could.
does sight do for me?
That lets you see the cards enemies are playing.
it's not. You would think it would be useful, and it's really not.
Dave should take the
Okay,
fucking health.
I'm taking more HP then because
Yes.
I'm low on HP.
That's a great call.
That's why
Yep.
I didn't take that. I thought you would
Thank
take
you.
it.
That's
Cody's
Synergy.
selfless, Dave.
All
We
right.
really have synergy. I like this.
Bandit Camp, our first mini boss.
Murder. I
You can
know
slow
him
down, Cody.
in the Wolf Wars.
I didn't expect a big werewolf.
That's right, the Wolf Wars.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, they didn't really
Well,
give
what's
us any.
first?
There was no pretense behind that name, was there? They just named it what it was.
I
What do you
like
wanna
this.
go with?
Just go with
I like this.
Boring. Wolf Wars.
It's Captain Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Oh
this.
shit!
I love one of the options was, whoa, you didn't expect a werewolf? Oh shit!
Yeah, you're like, nah, I'm not about this life. I'm out. No, I'm good.
So let's fuck this guy up.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, it's my uncle now.
Yeah, your fat uncle.
I've never killed him in one turn. Let's change that.
All right, hold on. I need to remember what all this shit is. So battle plan has to go first. Yeah, that's right. Shaun, if I start fucking up, yell at me.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you kind of do it, and then if you fuck up, I'll let you know. But that's how you're gonna get better.
Well,
This-
I'll get better by you telling me what to do.
Well, we can talk about it after, or you
That-
can
I
lock
just-
in a
I just-
choice.
I
and-
just drew that, right? Yes, I did.
Sean,
so
this
what's nice
guy.
about this, Cody, is no matter what you put back, as long as it's not War Paint or Enrage, you're just gonna draw it again. So this one doesn't have a lot of stakes.
Oh yeah, you're right, because I'm going to use those two cards anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it literally doesn't matter at all.
Yep.
Literally.
All right. Well. there.
But as long as it's not War Paint or Enrage, which then could
It does matter.
change that.
Mhm.
Well, I'm aware of that. All right. So these can go in any order. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Oh, cool. I got that card back.
Chris, I had a deck one time. I think I had like 10 war paints. It was just.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Unless there's something really good, it's a must take for me.
Yep.
Should I stack both of those together?
I think so. Again, you're probably not going to have time to get through your deck, so. This guy reminds me of Limehouse from Justified. Probably just because he's dressed like a butcher, but.
That knife really doesn't do anything for you. I mean, it's not even sharp.
It looks pretty rusted,
so I
and it's
should
also
go-
curved, which is confusing.
I should go rend, repetition, rend.
Yeah, good.
Very good.
You have the mana for it.
Very good. Plus, you're going to apply 24 bleeding that way, which is just so rude.
I'm very badly burned.
I didn't get to
was
protect you,
talking
though. I didn't have
shit,
any
you
shield
made him
stuff.
Just
so, like-
start bleeding tremendously.
That seemed to hurt him.
Okay, so everybody, I want to go faster. And then I'm going to poison him. And then I'm going to poison him. And then I'm going to poison him with the thing that builds off the poison that I poison him with.
I'm
Aren't
hearing
you
a
like
sensing a
poison
theme
with
here.
your poison?
Mm-hmm. Yo, dog.
And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay, I don't have anything
Poison.
super fancy here, so I'm going to charge battery.
Poison.
I'm going
And
to
then
give
I'm
myself
gonna
So,
mana.
Dave, if you happen to draw a vile gas, we actually might be able to kill him in one single turn. It's going to be close.
I'm going to give him the chance. There's another card.
Reginald.
Vile gas.
You did. So, because that'll do 45,
Yeah,
and
he's
he has
dead.
27 damage.
He'll die from the bleed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Anthem. Hope. What does this do for me?
Some protection against elements and a card for everybody, including yourself.
So
Next
don't
turn.
really care.
No.
Probably for the future, you probably want to. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, between burn and bleed, he's done.
Yeah, you could stop
Now
him
he's
right
even
now.
more
but
done.
Might as
Fuck
well hit
him
him
up.
more. Assert dominance.
Fuck him up.
How? I don't have anything else to hit him with.
No, I know that's it.
He'll die to the
Oh.
bleed, though.
So Chris, though, I'm sorry, Dave. Just look at Divine Grace, just so you know what it does. So it's a dispel one. You
Mhm.
heal for how many cards are in your hand. So if you are going to use it, you want to use it at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then it gives you a holy. So it's a good card to start with when we start needing healing.
Okay.
And if we were all rank 1 or 0 characters, we would need some healing even at this point. This fight kicked my ass on my first run.
Yeah.
But we have a couple stronger folks, so we're not worried about this world. We may not make it to the end, but
Look, I have a
I mean,
card.
purple
yeah, I mean,
Ren.
purple rend
I mean,
almost has to happen.
Yeah,
Good
look, I get a
lord.
card. That's
'Cause
13 bleeding.
It's better than what you have, and it's only 1 mana.
Yay.
So we finally got a good one for you. I could put that into mine because I do have a couple of books.
Chris,
This
what are your
is-
thoughts on Holy Fire in this deck that has no burning?
It's still acceptable just because the fact that it can apply the thing that heals when people attack. That's the cross-looking one. But because he's rank 0, he hasn't got any points in that to really boost it, because that can be like 6 when you're a higher rank. So
So probably just shards.
I don't think it's worth it for 3 mana, no.
Okay.
It can be good on its own later, and again, since I run these kind of like bursty Holy Nova type decks, I sometimes take that anyways. Did you level?
Level up.
All right. So
I
you can
level.
click on your character portrait,
Yep, I did.
and you have the choice of 2 different paths when you level up, and you can mouse over them and see what they do. So for Cody, you have a defensive one that increases all your resistances by 10%, and then the next 3 times you get damaged, you get an additional 15 shield.
Okay.
Or a thing that's for attack. So basically, you have to pair this with another attack.
Nah.
It's kind of more complicated.
No.
Okay. I like Wolfguard. It's really handy for when you're trying to be his
Cards
sponge.
and shit.
And then for Evelyn, I always go with Elemental Proliferation because it does more lightning, and I like lightning. I like it. You also get more max health. Look at that. Okay. Continue. So we got some shards. We got a couple boxes, which are the town upgrades. We'll talk about those later. And yeah. Now we have a choice of equipment.
Why am I last this time?
Oh,
Because you
probably-
suck.
Fuck.
God.
You're going to have a couple
Hey,
interesting
you get
choices here,
Cleaver.
Cody.
You can take his cleaver, Cody.
You could.
Your uncle's cleaver.
It's kind of meant for you.
Except for it's all fucked up.
Well, not this one. Look at it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's-
that version's better. How did it get better?
We sharpened it up. We took care of our shit.
So Cody, if you
Oh fuck! Did we
Well-
skin him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why do you think the wolfskin cloak is there? I mean,
That's what I was.
Yeah, we skinned your uncle.
You kind of need to take that one, don't you, Cody? Because shuffle piercing howl into your deck. That sounds great.
You good?
That's what I was looking at. Yeah.
Yep.
I might weirdly take nothing because. Oh wait, Cody, are you taking the wolf skin cloak?
I probably would rather yes.
Okay, then I will take the cleaver.
Yeah.
I don't have a weapon. Bleeding isn't like my build, but it certainly doesn't hurt, and it's 2 more damage.
Do I want the mana potion?
Yeah.
I considered it.
It's at the start of the turn, so on the 3rd turn I get an extra mana, which is certainly nice. There's nothing else here that really concerns me. Dave, what are you thinking about taking?
Dave's getting the ruby amulet so he doesn't die so quick.
Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking.
You could. It'll go over the one you already have, but it is 6 more health.
It's more.
Yeah.
There's nothing else
So
that's really enticing here.
I was either going to do mana potion or... no, because that'll overtake my bandages. I like bandages. So ruby amulet's what I'm taking.
All right.
And I'll take that. That leaves the ruby amulet for you, and you want this?
Yeah, I mean that's better than the one I have, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That card doesn't like disappear forever, does it? It just like
It replaces it. You can only have one equipment. There's a way later on to be able to sell equipment you're replacing,
Okay.
but
So now we fight the first major boss.
Wow. Is it a big fucking wolf?
no,
No.
it's a tree.
Oh, I can pee on
So you can see our choices here. We can rest. We're at full health. We can try and ambush him, but like we can just do the quick engage and we'll all go first anyways. So there's really no reason to ambush. It's just bad if you fail. So here we go. Our first boss. He's got friends.
That's a big tree.
To be fair, the wolf would have also summoned friends if he hadn't died first turn. So, yeah. Hey, you got your new card right off the bat.
So I need to use this one
Yeah.
first. Because
Okay.
Shaun told me, and then I use this one. I'm learning. Shaun yelled at me a lot.
You got a new friend.
Yo,
You got repetition training.
Shaun yelled at me a lot.
Mm-hmm. So you're not going to draw any of these back this turn. They'll be there next turn.
You don't have enough mana to play everything. Certainly not if you're going to do repetition training. So you will have to make a choice.
I don't want to make choices.
That's right.
Get rid of the 2 mana rend.
Probably get rid of the 2 mana Ren, exactly. And then you can even double play the first Ren.
I would. You can't double play the first round. It's purple. So it's expended, I should say. The purple version is
It
expended.
dies.
Yeah.
Oh.
To articulate it better, that version doesn't come back. The purple one's super good, but it is one time. So if you're gonna put Ren back, you might as well put repetition training back, and you'll have both next turn.
Makes sense.
Yep, that's a good call. Yep.
Yeah. Because you're right. If we could pull that Ren back, that'd be awesome. Unfortunately, it is a one-time use. So you get your choice here. Now, one thing to keep in mind on Ren in this fight, the trees are immune to bleed,
Because they don't have blood.
but the shaman-looking one is not.
Okay.
So she's probably the best
they
target
have
for it.
sap.
Yeah, exactly, Dave. That's what I was thinking.
And when you mouse over Rend, you'll see exactly that. You can play defend, that's fine. But see how it says they're
It
immune?
shows you, yeah,
She's not, so she's going to be really good because she'll take all that bleed as well.
that makes sense. So, fuck you.
Yep. Look at that chunk of her health bar she's going to lose.
That's just whoosh.
Just,
Yeah.
just.
All right. I think
mm.
I'm understanding now. It kind of makes sense.
But
So trees
now
can't
I
bleed,
will-
but they can be poisoned. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, you know, you like poison the water hole, you know?
Someone poison the
That's
water
right.
hole.
Okay, I'm gonna just go for the back guy.
Yeah.
The big Groot.
I can worry about the front.
I'm
Yeah.
Groot.
Big group, big group.
You know what I haven't drawn yet in anything? Superconduct.
Yeah, you sure haven't.
And here's Elemental Proliferation, which would have been so nice with it. All right, so this is the card that lets me do more damage, as you can see. So we're going to play that first. And then we're going to start zapping things, because watch what happens. She's going to take 12 lightning, plus the lightning from that, plus the lightning from the other card. So now she's got all these on her. And that's just from one card.
That seems pretty bad.
Then we're going to do the same thing to the tree, so he gets a bunch of stuff.
That seems pretty
And
bad.
then we're going to burn the tree so he gets more stuff, because somehow he does ice with fire. Don't worry about that. We're going to burn
figured
her
that-
again, because I don't fucking know why not. And then we're going to play this, so everybody gets more mana.
Yay.
I figured the tree would be very vulnerable to burn.
Yeah, it's like extra vulnerable.
Well, and so I can't do this in a way that you can see it, but you can actually click on them with a left click, Dave, and you can actually see their resistances.
Oh, okay.
They resist lightning a little bit better, than they do, say, fire. They take 30% more damage from fire, for example.
That makes sense. So I was right.
Yeah. So that's why, like, if you mouse over a card and it says it's going to do X damage and it doesn't reflect on them, it's because they usually have some built-in defense.
Okay, so I really have. I mean, I might as well just play all these cards, and it doesn't really matter the order. I'll
Every
play
time we do this,
Focus Heal
Shaun
last,
goes
right?
faster than me.
Pretty much, Dave. Yeah. Yeah. Well, play that one first because I think that'll give you more damage on your second flash.
Okay. Yep.
Why, like barely anything, but still.
So should I hit this one so she's dead?
Effectively, yeah.
That wouldn't be bad, yeah, because now her turn starts and
she'll zap everybody else on her sides before she takes the poison damage.
So you don't need to do that again, Dave, because she's now in range.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now she will get a turn, but it's more worthwhile because then she'll do 16 damage to the enemies around her before she dies at the end.
I hope she doesn't get a turn with the...
Oh, you're right. Bleed and burn, yeah. So my lightning was wasted, but that's fine. It actually would have been better not to target her at all.
Yeah.
One thing to keep in mind in focus heal, a lot of these cards, they don't have to be this turn, so you can play it, and the next heal you play on next turn will still be boosted by it.
Yep.
So it doesn't go to waste. There are a couple that say this turn, but most of them will overlap.
Bye-bye.
God, it's so satisfying to me that their turn comes up and they just fucking explode.
Yeah.
Shit, never gotten up this morning.
The moon makes me stronger. What?
It's true.
Oh shit! I have 1 damage.
Oh no.
Oh wait, now I jumped in front of Shaun.
It's because you took away your evasion armor.
So Shaun got fucked.
I got slowed.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh. There you go. So I should go.
So your automatic should be the draw because then you can see maybe you'll have something better with repetition training.
Yeah.
Nope.
So now it's a question of...
Rend, repetition, rend.
So here's the problem.
Rend, fast strike,
Rend is the same as fast strike now because the bleed does not apply to either of them.
Yeah.
So you're almost better off just repetition training a fast strike and not spending the extra mana.
Oh, that makes sense. So...
But you will kill the guy in front. Now you could cast it. You have 5 mana, so you might as well. It's still going to do damage.
Oh yeah, definitely still do it, but
like having done it twice for 4 doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Better off pocketing the mana for whatever you need down the road.
That's a good point. I didn't notice that was going to happen because trees don't bleed. That's right.
Yeah, but that's why it kind of helps having played these more, is you see more of these combinations. But you're seeing it come together even just having played this one world.
Is anyone concerned about the fact that the tree's hands are floating?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I never noticed that.
I was being attacked by corn cobs earlier, so at this point I've kind of written everything off.
I mean, the most normal person was the person.
The farmer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my turn, I just put on poison, more poison. I'm going to do Chain of Accuracy, which gives me sharpening. It's not going to matter with Bane because it's a fixed amount. But Bane is going to do a bunch of poison damage.
Yeah, so he has 114 poison. So he's actually dead.
Why would a tree be able to be poisoned but he can't bleed?
Because you poison the water hole.
Like bark beetles, kind of poison on the inside, kind of, you know.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
It's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
I'm just trying to figure it all out. Oh, you rained everywhere.
You're trying to make sense of the deep lore, I understand.
That's fine.
You can heal me and Cody.
Yeah, I would like to have my 1 point back.
And actually, it really doesn't matter because we heal after boss fights, so...
Yeah.
Oh, I got blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Shaun's not blessed.
So I could just end my turn and he would die from the poison, but I'd much rather...
No,
there's the superconductor!
We'll superconduct it then.
Like, well, so superconductor jumps around between enemies. There's only 1 enemy left, so...
Then it won't jump around.
I'll give this to Dave because I already have 10 mana. There's a battery, and there's some fire, and there's a battery. He does get to start his turn, unfortunately. I can do nothing for that.
Wow.
So he heals, not enough to live, but he did get rid of the poison.
Oh, what a bitch.
He dispelled the poison because it was first.
Well, guess what? Shaun's going to give him more poison.
Yeah, and we're still in excellent, and we would still be excellent in the next round, so we're not super worried about it. Yeah, he's dead.
Deflect, and let's
No,
deflect,
Shaun, I want to play again.
and we're gonna play more.
No, I want to play again.
And then I heal, and then let's see.
Sneaky
Yeah.
strike.
I was gonna say that'll end him.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And he had Bane too, although the poison was wiped away. But
Ooh, lots of shards.
oh, look, a superconductor. How nice of you. Actually, all three of those were pretty good. Up top, those are not very good.
Ooh, I like mine. Oh, that's too much though.
You would like this one, Cody, because it gives somebody else taunt, which makes them the target of attacks. So I know the troll that you are would love that, but
Wait. So I can play that card and fuck Shaun over.
that's right.
You can take the shards, but that's really fun.
I don't even know how that interacts with his stealth. I don't know what happens.
Yeah, Dave, I don't like that. Eventually, you're going to get a card called Prayer of Healing that heals everybody, and it's only 2 cost. It's wonderful. You're not there yet. I would take the shards.
I like the idea here that like most of Dave's cards are like the same 5 words, just reordered over and over again. Healing, prayer, prayer of healing.
Yep.
Healy McHeal face.
So we have more items. Again,
And my
one
Cloak
of
of
these is
Evasion thing.
pretty much a must-take for Dave.
Okay, what is?
Ilmer's branch.
Ylmer's Branch is
Yes.
really good.
Nah, I want that.
Yeah.
Well, he wants
Well,
it. What can we
healing
say?
you do.
I'm probably going to take this Cloak of Evasion. It's what Cody had earlier. I don't think anybody else wants it, right?
It's pretty good. Yeah, go for it.
Because there's nothing else here I need. I guess the bandages are... No, I don't even need those anymore. So that's what I'm taking to get out of the way. Dave, Ilmer's Branch just boosts your healing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I might as well. There's nothing
And
else.
it gives you regen when you play healing spells. That's what that bottom thing is.
Yeah, it's great.
So I should take one of these ones that's like has the little ball with the red in it, right?
Yeah, because you have an open slot there.
Yeah.
Well, Cody,
This is a nice one for you. So thorns mean that people get damage when they hit you. And it's regen, which is nice, and more health.
All right, cool. I want that.
I kind of thought so.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So can a pet pop up in here randomly? Is that what I'm
Not in the
understanding?
shops, but we can find them out in the world.
Oh, okay.
I think I really like oh man, bass, but poison, but bass, but poison, but bass.
You've got a lot of poison.
Bass or bass?
I'm going bass.
Bask.
Bass.
You're going bask in it.
Okay, we beat the first area.
So we just go to the shrine. It says, hey, you... So, red pill or blue pill?
Green pill.
Green.
Son of a bitch.
Green.
Okay. What do you want, Cody?
Green, Dave, is the easier boss. Well, it's the harder boss, so it's better to do it early.
Fuck.
It's okay. We can beat
It
him no
won't
matter what.
really matter.
Sorry, I think both Shaun and I picked green, so I think this is irrelevant.
It is. There you go.
He won.
Hey,
He always
good.
wins. All right, so the group went across the obelisk, and in an instant, they found themselves elsewhere, far away from the Synethia forest.
Yeah, the obelisk is like a transporter,
Mm-hmm.
like Jason Statham.
I'm
Like
Jason
Star Trek.
Statham.
I was gonna say something way nerdier than that, so I'm glad you just interrupted.
No, say it.
It's like the Flu Network in Harry Potter.
There you go. I like.
It's like that.
So, do we keep going?
I think that we've been an hour. I think this is good. We finished the first act. I think we're good for this week.
Yeah, we're good. So should we buy our stuff and then pause, or should we start next session buying
We
everything?
should buy stuff now.
I think if we buy stuff, we can finish the run next time.
Okay.
I think. So we can take some time real quick. We can even do some of this off air at a certain point. If we do any future runs, then we'll do that stuff on the side because I don't think it's super interesting. But for the first time, so let's take a look at town upgrades real quick. And Dave, you can do this as well. You have some of those crates now,
I do have.
and you can see what all of them do. They're all just beneficial and permanent upgrades. These are one of the few things that carry over between runs. It's the roguelike element. As you can see, I've got a lot in mine because I played this a decent amount. And I'm probably going to take this. I am kind of waiting to get these epic cards in the second town, but I think I like this better. It turns out we're about to do a divination round right now. So now in the second town we have advanced divination, which has 4 cards instead of 3 and a better chance of rares. I need to join my own and stop being an idiot.
Okay. Wow. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
That's okay. I get shards.
I don't mind Elemental Bolt, but I don't think I really need it. What's it look like upgraded? Balls and ass. Okay, got it.
So, Chris, what are your thoughts on a promoted innervate for Dave?
I kind of like the 0 mana version, but they're both pretty good.
So maybe so it sounds like Dave should take innervate then.
Probably.
Yeah, because I can upgrade it. Yep.
I also do like Shining Force. I also like the one that does the burst damage based on cup because my guy ends up having like 25 cup. But for his
Cody,
build, and Cody, these are kind of trash.
Cody needs to take Shake It Off like Taylor Swift.
Yes, I should pick all my cards based on were they a Taylor Swift lyric.
Hold on, doing one more.
He loves Taylor Swift.
I don't.
Oh, well, you got some shit
upgrade.
here. So look those over. I have Evocation, which I will consider, and Mana Surge. Ooh.
So Evocation. Jesus, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think I have to take it. Since I already have a Mana Surge, I think I'm taking Evocation.
Yeah.
Here.
So, Dave, I kind of like Benediction.
I did too.
What you should probably do, though, is remove one of your regular heal cards if you're taking Benediction.
Double target. What's the symbol on the siege?
Because it's like your regular heal cards, but it's better.
I don't really follow you, but that's okay.
Because you have heals in your deck, right? Or did you take them out in the first town?
There you go.
No, I didn't.
So if you go to the church, you can remove one of your like basic heals because this is just better. That way you're keeping your deck low.
Oh, I get it. I do get it. Okay.
And I'm taking nothing. Cody, I don't.
Cody, you got 4 upgraded cards and none of them are phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because like Siegebreaker's good in that type of deck, but we don't have that here. You have swords. This is okay, but there's like a better version of this for less mana.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it's still random is kind of gross too. So I don't even know if I'd take any of these, which sucks.
Yeah,
but...
I probably wouldn't either.
That's depressing.
Well, we'd like to get you a good expensive card in your deck to pair with all your mana, but I think it's this unless you really want one.
No, it's fine.
We'll go get you another card though, okay?
No, it's fine.
Okay, pal?
No, that's what it is.
So, I'm going to go look at this real quick.
No one wants to have me. Let me have your cards.
I don't really need any of these right now. What can we make for you?
Whatever. You know. It's fine.
Like, look, there's Carnage. So Butchering is 8 sword, 8 bleed, repeat 1. Carnage is 7 sword and 3 bow, so 10. And 3 bleed, repeat 2. So it's like 30 damage and 9 bleed, or 16 damage and 16 bleed, and it's 1 less mana. So if you really like a new attack, this one might be pretty good.
Maybe.
And we can upgrade it too.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
I never heard Cody so sad.
What else is there?
I think he saw the light colors lighting up, and he did get 4 upgraded
well, they
cards.
said upgrade
but...
on the back of all fucking 4 of them that popped up. I thought it was gonna be something competent.
That's right. You can get first aid. You have a way to heal
Fuck
yourself.
that. I don't want to help anyone. I don't
Okay.
give a shit.
Well, you can give it to yourself.
I don't want to help heal myself either.
Okay.
Give a fuck. I have
Wow, really?
153
to,
health.
Cut off your nose to spite your face.
I have 153 health. If I have to
Literally.
heal myself, then something's gone very wrong.
It does sound like
You'll
Dave's
see.
job.
It is, right?
It is my job.
If Dave has to shield himself, that would have been my problem, right? Bluff.
I don't think there's anything else you're going to want. There's a couple good epics that we can get next map, but maybe this one? Looks got somebody getting cut their head off with an axe.
Click on it again for the upgrade thingies it does.
So these are going to look like less damage. Remember, it doesn't have the stat boosts. So just look at them compared to this. So this does one more
I
of
gotta
each.
take neurotoxin. Oh god damn.
It has a vulnerable but only repeats one.
Only repeats 1.
The blue one's better.
I kind of like the blue one better. Here.
Yeah, it's fine. It's only 2.
There you go.
Whatever.
Am I getting anything? I don't think I am. No. All right. Let's go upgrade real quick.
No.
Here. Make it blue. It's expensive. I spend so much on you. It's a good thing Shaun's not on this. I'd have no money. Let's see. How do I want to go about this?
I have expensive taste too.
No,
I
just
know.
want the
You
blue
tried to
one.
make me have the expensive card.
Can't afford that.
Sorry.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Oh,
Gave all
speed
our
-1 though.
Those are all my shards.
Nope. They're
Those
Dave's
are all
now.
my shards.
I gave Dave all the shards.
No, those are my shards
Aw.
from constantly having to give up my card options.
No, they're my shards. Cody, I had like 5,300 at the start. I spent them all on you.
Well, my guy's really good now. Okay.
I mean, he is. I expect that we can win this run.
Yeah, I actually do too, which is really. I
What we
just
can
need
do?
you guys to understand. When Chris and I were starting this, we were getting fucking curb stomped in the first area.
By corn? You got curb stopped by corn?
No,
Well,
not the corn,
Not quite the corn, but.
Okay.
but the bosses. Let's see.
And honestly, the corn was harder than it should have been.
I don't see anything good there. You have good stuff in 3 of the 4 slots.
I'm good.
And for me, I mean, that's kind of meh, but it at least matches what I'm going
Are there any pets for sale?
The same ones as before.
Why? We're at a new store.
Well, they're still the same ones that are unlocked.
Oh, sweet. The sheep has a
pets-
brain.
What
Yeah.
pets do you have unlocked, Chris?
Just the eyeball and the mosquito.
Fucking
Oh, I
garbage.
don't even have the eyeball.
Well,
The mosquito. The mosquito's not great.
no.
So-
Neither one I have is great. I would love to have Stormy.
I can't have the spider
Yeah.
because Shaun has a spider.
No, I don't have the spider unlocked. I told you that.
No, but he has the spider. So if you had unlocked the spider, could I also not have the spider?
Possibly. I don't think we've ever had the same pets to see if that works that way, but I think so.
That's bullshit.
It'd be kind of fun to have all 4 of us as spiders, though.
Yeah,
Just Spider Squad. Okay, I think that sets me up. I am in the ready,
Why
which I'm
is there
going to
green
hit, and then we'll
smoke hovering
save.
over the town?
So, Dave, we're gonna hit ready, and then we're gonna
trying,
stop.
I'm trying to upgrade stuff.
Oh, wonderful.
Now, Shaun, you realize the downside of this, right?
What?
You probably can't play again until next week.
That's okay. I kind of reached a stopping point where I'm at right now. I've maxed out almost everybody. I might try the obelisk challenge at some point.
Leave that
to
for the other
see
group.
Yeah, is that fun? Have you tried it?
I haven't done it yet. I'm saving it for our group.
Oh, okay. Can we play that together
I think
still,
so.
or do we need to wait for that one too?
I think we can.
Okay. Yeah, I won't play in the meantime.
Who hasn't readied?
Dave is still upgrading cards. I'm
Oh.
so
I
proud
know, I
of him
hit
for
ready.
doing So.
I hit ready.
Oh, I haven't hit ready. Fuck.
You dipshit.
Dun dun dun. All right, so this will set us up for next time. We'll see if we can complete this map and the third one, and can do a complete run. It's possible because Shaun and I have pretty beefy characters, and that means Cody does by proxy as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you back next week when we try and beat Across the Obelisk.
Wait, there's only 3 cities. There's only 3 things.
For now.
There's gonna be